we find ourselves on a nice, warm, sunny day here in the city of Alkenstar. Down in the streets, sand and dirt fling into the air as people walk about, enjoying their day. We hear a distinct yell of "Draw!" and the immediate sound of a gunshot going off. Crack of thunder fills the air. We see a smoking gun held by a tall, powerfully built orc man wearing leather chaps, a vest, a shiny sheriff's badge, holding everyone's attention. The orc slowly lowers his gun, throwing it back into his holster. Carefully and deliberately walks up to a bloody dwarf surveying his handiwork. "I'm sorry it had to go down this way, brother. You picked the wrong side, and that I can't abide." Removes his pinched front hat, holding it over his heart. After a moment, lowers his head. And suddenly, the entire saloon erupts in applause as a pianist begins playing some jaunty bar tune. The orc bows deeply and then helps the dwarf to his feet, who also bows to the attending patrons. The two walk to the bar, arm in arm, and order a bottle of whiskey. We then see coming out onto the porch of the bar, we see another dwarf, a female dwarf this time, stands on a barrel, arms up in the air. Thank you all for attending. Whiskey is only 2 silver for the next hour, and that includes top shelf. Come back next week for the conclusion of Hearts at High Noon and our after party. Enjoy yourselves. And we see her go back in, immediately go behind the bar, begin serving up drinks for a little bit. This bar it's the typical Wild West saloon. Large, open, those fancy swingy doors, bar doors. The floor here is covered with peanut shells, sawdust, typical Lone Star Steakhouse style. Those of you who remember Lone Star Steakhouse. She hops around the bar after pouring a couple shots or a couple glasses for people. And we see her go around the corner into one of the back. She opens it. It's a private room. There's a round table here. She props her knee on one of the stools, kind of rests her props her foot on one of the stools, rests her arm on the knees, and looks about suspiciously the 4 people that are sitting around the table. Now, she says, now that the show is over, how about we talk business? I brought all of you here because we share some common enemy. With your help, I can make them pay, and in the meantime, I can get you rich, which I believe is something that at least one of you could desperately use. But first, why don't you all tell me why you think you deserve a job that could pay you your weight in gold? So, hopefully you've all done your homework, because I did ask you months ago and by probably about a month and a half ago, to write a small little paragraph introduction for each of your characters. Did you do that? Blake is looking at the camera like he did not do that. Blake is definitely looking unprepared here.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll do it live, man. We'll do it live.
I did have it.
I knew I forgot something.
It was in my notepad on my old.
All right, so guys, people who
are
are watching this live, or not live on the YouTube, but watching this on the YouTube, if you're looking to DM a game of any type of TTRPG, make sure you get some girls in the game, because they're the only ones who will ever do the fucking homework.
Hey,
With
I
all
did
due
the
respect, because the boys are either going to say we didn't do it, or my dog ate it, or my computer broke,
My
or
CPU ate my homework, Jim.
We'll do it in 10 minutes while we're in class in the beginning before the bell
exactly.
rings.
So get yourself a couple girls to play in the game, because they'll be your note takers. They'll be the ones paying attention, and they're the only ones who will actually do the work that you assigned them.
Yeah.
So because of that, we're going to give the boys an opportunity to try and splice something together real quick. And we're going to start with the girls and have them go first. So she looks over, since Natasha is choking on the whiskey that she just drank. She's going to look at Beth, Beth's character. And we're gonna have you tell us who you're playing and why you deserve this job.
All right. Well, I'm Piperita Spindletwig. Y'all can call me Piper. You guys already know that. I already helped you guys out. Also, I think that I deserve a little bit more than I weigh, because I'm just a cactus and I don't weigh that much. So I don't think that that's fair, considering some of us probably weigh a little bit more than others. So there's that. Just, super. But the reason I deserve this is, one, I'm a medically licensed doctor. 100% definitely went to school. Completely all legitimate. And there ain't nobody else licensed here. Okay? I can help you if you're hurting, if you're like, oh no, I got a crick in my neck. Oh my god. I got you. I can do that. Now, there are those in this town who don't think that I am, who swear that I'm not, when all I ever wanted to do was help, and every single time I tried to help, and I did help, I always helped, they decided to put me in jail because they're like, you don't have a license. And I'm like, it's a piece of paper. I can write it down if you want me to. And they were like, no, you can't. That's illegal. And yeah, I have I also have like my name on a cell, which I think is actually really nice, because I ended up in there a lot for helping people. Okay, that's what I've been doing. I've been helping people this entire time. But maybe in the grand scheme of things, the license that I obtained might not work in every establishment. And sometimes I might have forgotten to file a permit to own the building I was working out of, and maybe people came home a little too early, and I was trespassing, but I mean, it was all to help people. You know, a lot of people can't afford doctors and stuff, and I'm there, okay, and I'm gonna help them. But also, I want you to know that I absolutely refuse to buy into her little I'm gonna pay people off. You're in here all the time. Let's be an informant and blah 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 blah, and I'll pay you. And she's crooked. I don't like it. That dumb sheriff deputy woman. She don't like me. But that's just because she can't buy me. But you can buy me. If you pay me a little bit more than I weigh, because I promise I'm real light. I'm tall. No, I'm not really tall. You can tell. You're looking at me. But I would like to be paid just a little bit more than I weigh.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm not into the corruption that I feel is happening in this whole place. Okay? I don't buy it. And it doesn't matter that I'm friends with pretty much every single criminal in this entire establishment because I'm literally always in jail and helping them, but that might help you. Because I know people and they like me because I'm a doctor without paperwork. I lost it, but I'm a doctor. Absolutely.
Can you just real quick just give me a deception check?
Yes.
I just want to see how convincing you are in this current attempt.
Give me a little. Sometimes I forget where my skills are, but I got it. I would like to lie.
Okay, not bad.
17.
First roll of the game, not on Patreon, is a 17. So hell yeah. Okay. She just nods at you. Real quick, just in case people like when we release this as audio only, describe what this dwarf is or who this dwarf is talking to.
So Piperita is genuinely a cactus. I am playing a Leshy of the cactus variety. So she is this wallflower kind of like, if she stood still for a second, other than the fact that she's wearing clothes and a hat, you probably wouldn't notice that she's a living being and can move. She's only about 5'2". She's little, she's all green cactus like and then covered in needles that end in like a red tip. And because she's a doctor, she's actually an acupuncturist. And her needles are, well, her needles. But yeah, she's just wearing typical like Western style casual clothing, little cowboy hat, little suspenders, and she's got a holster with a little pistol on her side.
Hell yeah. All right. She this dwarf looks at you, just nods in agreeing. Like the whole entire time you're talking about like the corruption and all of that, she's just like, yeah, I feel you. I feel it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Say it, girl. Say it. Yeah. But then she'll turn to the other side of the table, and she's going to well, what's your story, little lady? As she addresses Natasha.
As they turn to look at her, you see this tiny 3'4" Thickums McGee Tanuki. She is definitely more kind of like wearing a casual dress, something that she could still move around in if she needs to, but, not afraid to get down to business as needed. She's got her little sand goggles and rapier at her side. And she just looks over and is like, well, I'm Twyla. You might have heard of me. Some people just call me Trigger. But, you know, if you already got me here, I'm sure you might have heard at least a little about me. I've been known to run with a less than savory crowd, kind of leading it, getting into some, you know, just your usual, everyday, ordinary, you know, gun smuggling. So I've got quite a few connections still in that department. While the recent run-ins with our less than favorite companion, well, not companion, but our mutual thorn, I'll say. No offense to you, Piper. I don't consider you a thorn in this sense. But he might have been able to slander my name to quite a few people, but I know there's still a handful or two that are very loyal and would be willing to help out. But you know, but one of the things that definitely served me was my ability to transform and blend it a bit. Can be your literal person on the inside as and she's just kind of gonna wink and then turn into a little tea kettle right there. Kind of like jiggle around a little bit so the lid wiggles and then pop back to herself. Can be your literal person on the inside. It's a nice trick I've picked up along the way that's definitely earned its purpose and served. I will say though that my run-ins with him have been enough that he has gotten some guards that may not, you know, react as desired. And she takes a big deep breath and just like heaves her chest. Like, unfortunately, they are unfazed by some of my usual wiles. And she just kind of like leans back again. But it's always been something that served me well in the past. Other than that couple.
All right. I just posted in the chat the lady who is addressing you. So that is the dwarf that is currently talking to you. And she's like, all right, I can see that. I can understand that. What about you two? You guys got your story straight yet, or you still thinking about what you're gonna say? All right, yeah. So she looks over at Blake. Blake, we'll let you go first.
Yeah. So as she looks over, she sees obviously an android. Kind of looks like a typical, you know, Southern cowboy. A little bit of a grizzled beard. One of those. I can't remember what the hat's called. Got two pistols at his side, little pistolero, shoot 'em up action man. He kind of looks up and he goes, well, listen here. Clearly at this point in time, we have aligned interests. Now, the doctor, she could use the money. The tea kettle, she could use the money. Fisher, I wouldn't give him a dime because he'll lose it in a day, maybe even an hour. What I want is for Lovelace to no longer be on this earth. I'd rather she be buried more than 6 feet under. I'd rather the worms have their time with her, and maybe she actually be useless in a couple of years and give a little bit of life to some of the sand that she's buried in, if you understand what I'm talking about. What I want is to be able to end the corruption that is in our judicial judicial system. She killed my captain, killed someone who mattered greatly to me. And to be honest, at that point in time, he knew something was up, and that's why she killed him. At least that's what I can assume. as he died in my arms. And she was the only one there trying to fit the blame on me. So you can sit there and offer gold. Doesn't matter to me. What I want is what you want. And what you want is her dead. And I can get behind that. And that's why I'm here. That's why we're speaking. Because we've aligned. That's all that matters. He takes a sip of his drink, puts his hat down a little bit.
I want a persuasion check from you.
Oh, okay.
Not because you're persuading her of anything. I want to get a feel for the confidence that you're exuding. Because
Okay.
it's a good speech. I want to see what the dice have to say about that.
Okay.
So it would be
me.
diplomacy, I believe.
Yeah. Oh no.
There's such a shaky
Wait,
little.
you have a -2?
I have a -2.
Oh no!
Okay.
Hopefully the check wasn't that bad.
It wasn't. It wasn't. So like,
Considering.
yeah, considering you have a -2, I forgot you're emotionally unaware. That's right.
I am very much so emotionally unaware.
So real quick, I do want to talk about that because you did start by saying, obviously, again, the people who are watching on the YouTube, you can see the picture that I just displayed next to Blake's head. You started by saying you're an android.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the people who are only listening, when they think android, they're gonna think iRobot is sitting here wielding dual pistols. What kind of android are you?
I am more of a synthetic android. So if you want a better picture of android, you'll want to think of the goober from the Alien series.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now. The
Bilbo
blonde guy.
Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah. Darth Vader.
Okay.
Data actually is an actual correct synthetic android.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. She feels your energy. She feeds off of your energy. She's like, yeah, no. She's a bitch.
More than a bitch.
Yeah, hopefully together, you and I,
A dirty bitch.
we can put her. Let's put her 20 feet under, just to be safe. Because a bitch like that is gonna try and crawl her way out if it's only 6 feet under. So
I'll put her 40 feet under.
let's do it. All right, 40 feet under.
We'll have her limbo dancing with the devil when we're done with her.
All right, and of course, I had to save the best for last, and well, by best, I with all due respect, I do not mean the best. But she motions over to the fourth character sitting here, Green.
So when she looks over, she sees a Vishkanya. His skin is kind of tan-ish color. If you look super, super close at him, you'll kind of see scales, but only if you're like really intensely looking at him. He basically has like his eyes are almost whited out. He has really long, flowy hair with a very, very unkempt beard. He's got like a hoodie with the sleeves torn off kind of thing. And he's got a couple tattoos on his arms. His whip on his hip seems to have like barbs on it. But Fisher says, name's Fisher. You can call me Fish though. Most people do. I may not be the brightest person, or even the most reliable when it comes to money. But if it comes to surviving and coming out on top, I'm your man. I'll do whatever I can to get out of this hole Lady Luck has put me in. Desperation can be one hell of a motivator to get shit done. Also, fuck Ambrose. He's a slimy fuck. I hate the guy. Wish he was dead. I'm very handy with this whip. And very handy with playing cards, too. I'm also quite agile and can get in and out of spaces quite easily. And I've also been told I tend to have sticky fingers sometimes. So I feel like a lot of those could end up being beneficial to what you're trying to accomplish here.
You know, you just said a lot of words about how good you are. Why'd I have to rescue from jail?
I have, like I said, I'm not good with money. I'm not reliable with money. I have I wouldn't say gambling addiction per se.
I would.
Some people would say it's a gambling addiction, but I just think I'm a little bit unlucky sometimes. A lot of the time. All the time.
All right. And then because for the people in our community who are going to be watching this, who may not be completely familiar with Pathfinder and the ancestries that are in there, what exactly is a Vishkanya? I know you mentioned briefly like the scales, but what's a Vishkanya?
They're kind of like a humanoid snake person. Yeah, and
Hell yeah.
He's a swashbuckler as well.
Okay. Cool. She reaches behind her, pulls some folded paper or rolled up paper, unrolls it, and slaps it down on the table, spreads it out where you see each of your mugshots and your wanted posters. So why don't you tell me how many of you are actually guilty for the things that are said here on these papers?
I raise my hand.
Yeah. You have a question?
Yeah. No, I'm guilty.
Oh, all right. You know, this isn't like elementary school. You don't got to raise your hand to
sorry.
ask permission to say something.
I just didn't want to step over people. That's all.
Well, nobody was talking, so obviously, you know. But all right, it's all right. It's all right. If you're guilty, I don't judge.
I'm not.
You're
I
not?
didn't do it.
You didn't do it?
No, I didn't do it.
All right.
I can't read upside down. What does it actually say?
She's like, oh, my apologies. And she spins it around and you see it says for operating without a medical licensing, assault with a deadly weapon, and just being a pain in my ass. 25 gold reward.
That last one, I take pride in that. So yeah, that one, yes.
All right.
The other ones, I've never hurt a soul in my whole life. I've only ever helped them. And I definitely went to a few medical lectures. That's how I ended up in jail this last time, actually. So that's not true. I have a license.
What about
In
you
this
other two?
sense.
What about you other two?
Well-
You guilty for the things that you're being accused of?
I mean, I might have sold some firearms with, out going through the proper channels, but yeah, I can get you
That's
some
gonna-
weapons if you need it.
Dash is gonna pick his up, can look and be like, "That's a handsome mug there." I'm afraid all the accusations underneath it, that's just made up bullshit. If you ask me.
Well, can you explain then why you have the highest bounty of the four of you? These other three are small little guys, I think. Yeah, they're small. You know, your boy Fish here's only got 750 gold. You know, Piper's over here with 25 golds.
Well, damn,
I'll,
Piper, I could just pay yours right now.
Twyla's got 50 and a dollar sign. I don't even know what a dollar is. Apparently, the person who drew this forgot to add gold instead of actual money. And then there's you. And then there's you. 5,000 gold.
Well, I mean, just read underneath what it says.
Vastes 3 Vash.
Mm-hmm.
Strength plus
Better.
2. Dex plus 3.
Okay, all right, hold on.
Arms plus 2. Gander plus 2.
They just put that out there.
Damn.
Oh,
I feel so
this nigga was
exposed.
stamped out right quick. Hold on, wait. Is this what I'm capable of? I
You
gotta
mean
scroll
grand
back up and
larceny,
remember what it is.
racketeering, murder?
Yeah, none of that's true. Racketeering, murder. I was framed for that. Captain died. Sadly, Lovelace decided that I was the one to fit the blame for that.
So
I'm
you're
afraid
just
that's not true.
you're just the goody two shoes of this group, then, aren't you? Haven't done no wrong.
Well, I guess you
I
could say
haven't.
that. Well, how about
She
this?
gives you the very clearly.
Come on, girl.
Mhm.
Well, let's just say it's very easy to frame me for all these accusations. Though they're not true, in a technical sense, they are. And I can explain that. See, my job, I worked under Lovelace. I was one of the people that would go in and blend in with the criminals. So, in a sense, I was around when those activities were done, but it was done because I was working with the force to catch these people. So, you see, to best blend in, you must think like a criminal, be like a criminal.
So what you're
So
saying?
you're a
is-
narc.
So you're a cop?
Well, not anymore, apparently.
Mm.
It seems, after the framing, I apparently am nothing but a guy, nothing but a criminal. And Twyla, to answer your question, I don't think I'm a narc. A narc would be someone who just does it from the inside out. That was just my job.
So you got paid to narc.
I wouldn't put it that way either. Put it this way, if one of your lackeys wasn't a cop, they were one of your lackeys. They grew up, but then they got paid a handsome sum to go against you. Now that's a narc because they went against their nature. I was trained.
No,
go
their nature
undercover.
might have been just to do that.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. I do.
don't.
You were trained to be a narc. So therefore you're
Oh,
not a
yeah,
narc.
see, I can follow
because-
that.
Yeah.
There you
So what he's
go.
trying to say is he was trained to
Science.
be a narc. So
Yeah.
him being a narc.
So he's better.
Exactly. Yeah, he's a better type of narc.
I feel like you guys are missing the picture, but you guys were getting there in the end, and that's what matters to me. So we got there.
She pours like hastily, like splashes some whiskey in a glass, knocks it back. All right. Well, first, my name's Phoebe Dunsmith. This tavern here, this bar, inn, whatever you want to call it, I own it. It is my establishment. All right. This is the place that as long as you work for me, you can call this place home. Most of the time, as long as we're open, right? This is the Barrel and Bullet Saloon. So this is home. Now, far as business goes and why I broke you out of jail, here's the game. Ambrose Muglin has a decent portion of his funds invested in an old bank called the Gold Tank Reserve. It's a rundown temple of Abadar over in the Ironside Quarter. It's mostly used by ranchers and crooked politicians. I happen to know that they have sent half of their clockwork handlers out for maintenance, and they won't have them back until tomorrow afternoon. This is our chance to hit Mugland where it hurts. All you have to do is bust up the few clockworks that are remaining in there, get the vault key from the bank manager, and fill a sack with gold. Easy peasy. Once you're done inside the bank, run out the back. Muglin's got a few crooked shield marshals. Obviously, you guys have already dealt with one of them in regards to Deputy Lovelace, that bastard. She and her goons are probably going to be hot on your tail. The moment you start doing this, alarms are going to go off. People are going to be let known, and they're going to be coming. So don't fight them. I know, especially you. She looks towards Vash. This ain't the time. This ain't the time. She'll probably outnumber you. She'll probably outgun you. So they'll gun you down right in the street if they get the opportunity to. So just run away, and they'll look like fools. What we want. Nothing sure to fry the deputy's eggs like crooks that she can't catch. Trust me. You can lose them out in the Wailing Scrapyard, which is just west of the reserve. There's a sewer entrance there. And from there, it's a straight shot back to the saloon, where you'll be safe. Any questions? Really, no questions at all.
How much? Specifically, like, how big's the bag of gold? Do we each fill a bag of gold? Just one bag of gold?
I leave that up to you. That is completely up to you.
Vash, how much do you think you can lose in a day?
You asking yourself?
Oh, shit. Fisher?
Does he do
Damn.
this a lot? Talk to himself in the third person?
From what I've seen, yes. I don't know. Like, it depends how unlucky I am. If I'm
All right,
really
I
unlucky, I could lose a couple hundred.
I'd say if we can all carry 2 bags of gold, that'd be pretty stellar.
Can
Pretty
we
all
run
right.
with 2 bags of gold though? Gold's pretty heavy.
That's a good point. Do we have any?
You make a good point there. Don't worry, I got you covered. And she's going to walk over to like one of the counters, and she's going to give you guys a bag of holding. Tier 1. On second bag of holding, type 1. I have added it to the party's stash on Foundry. So it's sitting in there under containers. It'll be up to you guys who you would like to have carry that. So for the record, people watching, we're still learning Foundry as well. So there will be a couple moments of curiosities and confusion as we're trying to figure out what's going on. As for you guys, in the actors tab, where you should see your character, you should see the party and like a little paper right next to it.
Oh yeah.
If you click on that, you'll see an overview, exploration, and stash.
Oh,
Nice.
And the
Oh,
stash
that's
is where
cool.
anything that I choose to give you, any money that I give you as a whole of what you're looting, I can just throw into the party stash, and then you can divvy up as you so please later on or on your own in your own free time.
I like
Okay.
it.
Mm-hmm.
After she produces the bag of holding, Vash will go, yeah, I think that'll do it.
Perfect. Just fill this bag. That way, a little easier for you to get away. You don't have to worry about trying to lug a bunch of bags gold.
Okay, perfect.
Do you know specifically who's gonna have that key? Or just the whoever is managing at the time?
So there is only one one bank manager. That they're pretty much always there every day. I'm not sure of their name, but if you probably go to the bank manager's office, you might be able to find them there.
Got you.
You know, yeah. Honestly, you know how you proceed to go about this is up to you. You have approximately 12 hours to plan this heist and do this heist before the clonkers get back from being repaired. So, you know, maybe you can talk to another employee of the bank. I don't. This is your tryout. This is to see if you guys are even up to par on what the future holds for this relationship.
Well, that seems pretty fair. Sounds like a fair kind of tryout.
I'll also give you 10%.
Definitely.
I'll give you 10% of whatever you bring back. So there's always that.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll give you 10%. The rest, assuming you're able to complete this, will cover the costs of, the bag that I just gave you, which is yours to keep. And then also potentially fund the next step towards going after Mugland.
Okay.
Well, this all sounds pretty easy, pretty straightforward.
I don't know
Let's
if
hope
I'd
there's
say
no-
easy, but definitely straightforward.
Hopefully, there's no hiccups on the way.
Yeah, that's why I usually ask people if they have questions. That way we can overcome those hiccups before they become hiccups, rather than just saying, nah, told me to rob a bank, I'm just going to go rob a bank.
Yeah, glad Fisher and I about the gold situation. We got this bag of holding. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
mean,
So we have 12 hours to the whatchamacallits come back from repair shop.
Yeah.
We got to get the manager to give us the key.
There'll probably be about 4 clunkers still in there. So
Mm.
you may have to worry about them, depending on when you choose to do this.
Mhm. I'm assuming they operate throughout 24-hour time period. No need to rest or recharge.
Oh, the clunkers. Yeah, the
Mhm.
clunkers, from what I'm aware, will be patrolling. Last time I was there, they got 2 clunkers that sit outside the front door
Mm.
and patrol that area. And I think they might have some in the vault,
Mm.
but I cannot be sure. I do not do my banking over there, so I've never been in the vault, but I would assume you'd put some security inside the vault.
And is it also safe to assume that they have higher security measures, such as alarms or such, that could be?
They do have alarms. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know what triggers it. You might have to do some reconnaissance of your own just to see if you can see anything like that, but I do know that they have alarms.
Right.
You said that there is an entrance to the sewer that's going to get us straight back here.
Yeah, but that's out in the Whaling Scrapyard you have to go to. You got to go west
Right.
from
Yeah.
You should be able to leave the bank from the back, head west to the scrapyard, and once you're in there, you should be able to get to the sewer.
Okay. So we should probably go like you said, and probably get a lay of the land and see what they have there and maybe the layout of the place. We probably would need disguises though,
I got you.
because
And she's also going to hand each of you a hat of disguise.
Bash is going to take his hat off, put the other hat on, and become a person that actually exists in this world.
you know what? You know what? You know what?
It was too good.
Fuck
I
you.
had to.
Fuck you.
Good. I had to.
Who would do
That
that?
joke's for us.
Who would do
You know what?
that?
I wasn't thinking, okay?
Who would do that? Nobody in this party would do that,
No.
right?
mm.
No.
Goodness. Let me see. Did that actually work? Or do I have to actually do that? I'll bring over you guys. I think I do.
Yeah. Outside of you guys, I don't think there's any other questions that I would have without needing to scope out the place moving forward.
You know, it's really fun playing Pathfinder for those of you who have never played Pathfinder, because like this is a Pathfinder adventure module, or adventure path as they call it, and Pathfinder does a really good job. Unlike D&D, where D&D just says, let the players go and talk to the people. Pathfinder's like, you know what? Your players are really smart and they're going to ask really good questions. So here's the answers to those really good questions. And they give you, anytime the party has to talk to somebody, they give you a list of like 10 different questions that they know your super smart party is going to ask, just so you have the answer.
I guess we didn't ask any of those
We
questions.
are not that super smart party.
You are not that super smart party.
No.
I have, I believe, let me just double check. I have, oh, I did not add it to Piper. Give me 1 second.
I
Okay.
got it.
So I just added it to everybody. So you should all now have a hat of disguise in your inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Did it not go up for? It did not go up for Vash. Why not? There we go. There we go. Now it's in there. This ordinary looking hat allows you to look like something.
Okay.
Allows you to cloak yourself in
Look like
illusion.
something.
Yeah. The hat casts a first level illusory disguise spell on you. While setting up the disguise, you can magically alter the hat to appear as a comb, ribbon, helm, or other piece of headwear.
Ooh.
Mm.
Okay.
Very
That's
cool.
cool.
It's so handy.
Oh, Beth, also do me a favor, because I forgot I was testing pregame, and we punched you in the face a couple times. So put your
Oh,
put your health back up to the normal amount.
Whoops.
got you.
Yeah, I'm like, why is Beth damaged? That's why Beth's damaged. I punched her. Actually, Green punched you.
I did not.
Wow.
Technically,
Mm.
Green's character punched
Fisher
you.
did punch you.
No, I did not.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I mean, if you guys have no other questions, obviously I gave you some supplies. You can use those. The pouch you can keep. That's gonna be yours. I will be wanting them back. They are not yours to keep. Obviously, if I were to give you those, I would make the rest of this campaign very easy for you, because you would just be able to slip that thing on all the time. We don't want that just yet. We want you to be chased by the cops at least once or twice. But for this current thing, we don't want that. So you can have those hats for now. Give them back after the end. But other than that, I got to go head out. I got to go head into the bar.
You know what,
And oh yeah, go ahead.
Miss Dunsmith? There's something that I've been thinking about. When the alarm goes off, do we know how long it takes for backup to arrive?
Ooh, now that is a good question.
Yeah,
That
question came through.
that is a very good question that honestly I cannot answer. I have never tried. Unfortunately, I have never tried to. I've never tried to break in. So I think this is going to be a thing. One, let's assume, because we know Lovelace is in the pocket of Mugland. Yeah, she gonna want to protect that money. You're gonna want to protect that investment. So you can imagine she's gonna be on you pretty quick. Let's plan for 3 minutes and hope you have longer.
3 minutes.
Because also at the
Oh.
same time, we don't. Let's be honest. I don't know what time you're planning on doing this heist. It might be more time if you do it in the middle of the night. It might be less time if you do it in the middle of the day. You might be on a route and just happens to pass the bank the moment that they push that alarm button, and she'll just storm on in. Those are some questions that you might have to do some investigating to see what your best course of action is.
I have a question. Over table.
Sure.
When Vash broke into her office, would there have been a chance that, or just because he worked, would there have been a chance that he would know typical routes?
Ooh. How about you give me a history check?
Yeah.
Let's see. That's a good question.
History. Damn it! I thought I just saw it. History.
There are two places that you could be looking for your skills in your character sheet alone. You can do the double click, or when you're clicked on your character, you should be able to hover over the hand on your little bar at the bottom, and you should be able to then see all of your skills and all that you can do. Technically, it would be a in this case, we can do a recall knowledge roll. So yeah, it would be how about a recall knowledge in society?
Oh, so just a society roll?
Or yeah, sure.
Okay.
Goddamn, absolutely. You've been working with, under, or around her long enough that you know her general route, but it's not something that is dead set. She knows that predictability is the bane would be the bane of her existence. You know the route she takes, you just don't know the hours. And you do know that her route does cross this bank.
Okay. Of course, I relay, what he would know is that it's not really set in stone, but okay.
All right. All right.
Do we know if he has a close relationship with any of the artificers to have like any extra doodads back there?
What's an artificer? This is Pathfinder, not Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh shit, what are they
Do
called?
you mean the inventors?
Yeah, there we go. The
This dwarf's
tinkering
got some
fucks.
funny words she's saying. Dungeons and Dragons.
No, I'm sorry. What was your question before I so rudely berated you in front of a bunch of people who will be watching this?
Do we know how closely or how close a ties he might have with them for any other shenanigans or little tinkering things? Because I know we should at least not have too much of a concern with magic as per usual here.
Are you asking if there's going to be traps or something like that? I don't necessarily know what you're talking about. I don't know the ins and outs of everybody that Muglin works with, or whose hands he's got in whose pockets and whatnot. But obviously we know that there are those clonkers that are guarding. Those are very, very much controlled by tinkerers. So,
There's
there's
always a
those to
chance for
deal
more.
with. Yeah. I think these are things that you might just have to do some investigating on and go from there.
All right.
But yeah, so like I said, I have to step away. If you do have any questions, now's the time to ask. I have to step away so that I can go handle stuff at the bar because I just told people that whiskey was going to be 2 gold or 2 silver or whatnot. So
2 silver, yeah.
yeah, 2 silver. So I got to go make sure that people are having their fill before that hour is up. Got to go water some of it down. But by all means, I'll send some food in for you guys if you need it. If you want to talk amongst yourself, do some planning, stuff like that, and we'll it's up to you how you want to do this. And she's going to slam the rest of her drink, and she's gonna walk away.
Welcome to the intermission. This is the part of the day where I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk you. Going to be super exciting. None of you are going to skip this. Actually, that's not true at all. This is just the part where I come to thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Obviously, this is the halfway point. We are going to have more after I'm done talking. But it's the moment of the show where I'm going to take a moment to do some advertising, if you will. Uh, a little self-promotion. Some of you who are watching this may be curious as to where the players or what brought the players to the point that this episode began with. And that's a topic that we discussed in a prequel episode that we did that is exclusive to Patreon members only. So if you're interested in supporting us in any way, shape, or form, whether you want to be a free member, give us $1 a month, or if you want to subscribe for some other things, check out our Patreon. The link is obviously going to be down in the description below. I've always wanted to say that, and this is the first YouTube video, so I can do that. But down in the description below, we're going to have a link for our Patreon. There's a couple things that happen there in regards to getting access to special videos that are only for the Patreon people, like the prequel. Additionally, Patreon members tend to get any podcast episodes we do a week or two earlier. We also upload exclusive dice. So the dice that you might have seen, actually, you wouldn't have seen them rolled yet, but each of the members of this campaign have a custom set of digital dice that are catered to their character. We're going to be giving those to the people on Patreon through a link. You'll be able to get some 3D dice on 3ddice.com. Additionally, every other Monday, we will upload a magic item that you can use in your own games. Magic or monsters, homebrew monsters that we've created over the years will also get uploaded here every week or two, as well as homebrew subclasses for the different D&D classes. Currently, there's one up there, and it's the Oath of the Patrol, which is based on a security guard. So that's a Oath for paladin subclass. And then additionally, Natasha has been working on doing some stuff to add some sexy, not necessarily suitable for work goblin art that she's been working on uploading to increase her skills. So yeah, come hang out with us on the Patreon. Check us out on the Patreon. This is our first time kind of uploading an actual video to YouTube, like where I'm actually speaking to YouTube. I'm not just recording or taking a Twitch VOD and uploading it to here. So this is my first chance to actually talk to the YouTube people. Come hang out with us on Discord. If you're having fun, if this is your first time experiencing Goblin Tuesday, come hang out with us on Discord. We got a fairly active community. We're always looking for new players. So if you're looking for games to play in, whether it's D&D or Pathfinder or one of the many other systems that exist out there, or just looking to play video games, come hang out. Again, link down below for our Discord. Come hang out. Additionally, the other thing that we want to talk about is all of our players at some point in time stream. Obviously, you can catch Goblin Tuesday every other Sunday streaming our Ashmire campaign. Additionally, I do some random gaming throughout the week, so you can come hang out with me. Natasha does art throughout the week, so you can go and watch her do some of the art live on Twitch. Blake's got a variety stream that he does every now and then, whether he's building Legos or playing games or just hanging out and talking. So again, their links will all be down below as well. If you're on Twitch, go and give them a follow. Also go and give them a follow on YouTube, because I know Blake has also started uploading stuff to YouTube as well.
Beth and Green have really, really busy lives right now, so they're unable to get back to streaming. But maybe one day they will continue streaming, but you can catch them on Twitch as well. Additionally, the last thing that we want to talk about before we get back to the game itself is, hey, it's at least at the time of recording this, it's November, which means Christmas is in just over a month, not two, just over a month. Maybe you want some Goblin Tuesday stuff. Maybe you want some Natasha art. Natasha has a Etsy where she has some really, really cute designs. She has her socially awkward TTRPG content, which obviously I will probably have a picture right here. I don't know. I've never done this before. We're editing it. We'll see. But she has a socially awkward line of TTRPG classes that are, hey, like, I'm a socially awkward barbarian. I cry when I rage. For people who get really, really angry and then they just cry, i.e., my wife. But she's got coffee mugs. She's got a couple t-shirts. Got a bag and a pillow that you can get. Additionally, if you would like, you can also check out the Goblin Tuesday store. And you can get some Goblin Tuesday merch, which again is Natasha art, but you can get things like this, like our official Goblin Milk mug with our Goblin Girl on there that you can get. But you can head over there to TTRPG Swag, get some Goblin Tuesday merch over there. We are going to be updating it in the new year. But yeah. That's really about it. I don't have much else to say. I'll be making one of these every time we do a recording, and I'll have to change it up a little bit. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Come and hang out with us on the Patreon. Come and hang out with us on Discord. Have yourself a great Goblin Tuesday. So we're back in the back room here. You guys are sitting around a table. You've got to go. You got to go rob a bank. What's the plan?
I say we go and scout the place out first before we do anything.
That's a great idea, Fisher. How do you suppose that we do that outside of
Well,
just standing around looking suspicious?
Go to the bank.
I think one of
Right.
us should go see about maybe potentially setting up an account. Maybe
Yeah.
they'll pull us in a room that gets us a better look at the place. Maybe use these hats of disguise to get a little ritzy.
I mean, that's not a bad idea because, you know, we might ask for a tour to make sure that this bank is definitely going to be the most secure
Yeah.
for our investments.
We have to see what security measures they may have for our investments.
What is another bank that's in town?
You tell me. What's another bank that's in town?
Obviously, Banker's Bankies can't be the right spot. I mean, Banky gets a little spanky. Sorry.
That's where all my money is.
I mean, his slogan is that he's beating away the competition, so.
That's true.
Sometimes violence is the answer.
Oh, we're going violence. Okay, not where I was going.
I did.
Well, no, just that seems to be their bank's motto, not
Yeah, we
necessarily
can't get it
this
confused
one.
with Spanky's Banky. That's entirely
Yeah.
different.
I don't have my money there. They don't let me in any longer.
Oh, they
Oh.
shouldn't. They don't keep money. Well, money of a different currency.
Yeah, they didn't like me. I do think that it's probably in our best interest to actually do this when the bank is closed. Because,
Yeah.
one, I don't want to have to deal with random people just like coming to do their deposits, and then they're probably going to go and, you know, run and call somebody. It's just
Or try to be a
more-
hero.
more likely we'll have less time if we're dealing with the public. So while I like scoping the place out, I think our best bet is to also figure out how we can break in when
Mhm.
it's closed.
Wouldn't the manager no longer be on site and he has the key? Or do you think it's
So
just
you think he takes the key home with him?
that might be the most secure way of going about it?
Until your home gets
You know how
broken
many
into
people
and
would kill him
so fast.
just to like walk on into his house and stab, and whoop, they got the vault key.
No one knows if he keeps the vault key on him, but maybe he does.
I'm pretty sure he'd still be. Or another one. Maybe there's a night manager who literally is just there.
chained
You
to
know?
it.
I
Who
mean, those are
knows?
good. Those are good guesses.
I mean, to the key. Sometimes that happens.
Oh, I thought
Now-
you meant like they chained the man to the vault. I'm like, that's
I mean,
they're
I don't know.
not.
Maybe.
Now, here's a question. Twyla, how long can you stay in pot form?
I do believe I don't have a limit.
Because maybe when we scope the place out, we decide to give a little gift.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Who?
Fuck you. That's goddamn
I mean,
fucking
that was my
brilliant.
thought
That's
from the
goddamn
very
fucking
start.
brilliant.
But my concern
See-
was if we open a new account and I be one of the items that's put there, depending on how
Exactly.
they lock it, I might just be stuck somewhere. So we gotta make sure that whatever it is that you're given of me is something that isn't gonna be immediately locked away so I can still actually be useful instead of just being a nice pretty pen locked in a vault.
Would we offer you to be put in the vault, or would we just offer you as a gift for signing the account? Here's this nice little tea set. Thank you for giving me my account. They
Isn't
put it
that-
on
I
their
I mean,
head.
normally
Nobody
the
does
other
that.
way
Virtually.
around.
Yeah,
that's
Nobody
the,
does
that's
that.
the other way around. You sign up for a
No,
bank
no.
account and they give you like a
Yeah, they give
grill,
you a gift.
George Foreman
Yeah.
grill or something like
Yeah.
that.
So some people, I'm just not that I am like, one of them, but I do know that some people who have very rare items, not just money, will put them in those little deposit boxes
Mm-hmm.
that they have in the vaults. And I think that the owner of said possession is the one who goes into the vault with the manager to put them in, and then you get your number and all that fun stuff.
Mhm.
So,
I believe so.
You or one of us could be the owner of a priceless family heirloom, Miss Twyla.
I am priceless.
You are very priceless. And then, we wouldn't want anything to happen to Grammy Pappy's wedding set. And it definitely needs to be stored somewhere safe, somewhere nice. And
Especially
Or-
if it is like a set like that, because then that's something that's not going to be small and cramped. So that'd be a bigger, roomier space.
also, we could do this at the very, very last minute. Where we are like, oh, I know you close in 2 minutes, but, we're really hoping to open the biggest account ever. And, runs less of a risk of the public. You go on back into the vault, which is opened for you as a paying customer. Miss Twyla's already there.
Mm-hmm.
You're already there.
Jump
We're
the person.
just about ready to leave. The other ones, we're like, oh dear, you're closing up shop. I'm so sorry. We'll come back in the morning. You pop up as soon as they go to. You're already in the vault.
Mm-hmm.
What's
And then
one
we'll
bank
beat 'em up.
manager? You beat him up. You take his shit, and we run the hell out of there.
I like that idea. We'll beat him up. We take his shoes off.
Why would you take his shoes off?
I don't know. It just
Bare
seems.
feet.
Yeah.
He's
Then he'd have to
a
run bare
bank
feet.
manager. He's a bank manager. He's gonna make the clunky things come after us. He ain't coming after us. One swift punch, or I could just, poke him in a certain spot that makes him go bloop. And, a second, I know those spots. It's
I mean, that
super
would
simple.
probably be ideal because.
And then he's down. You got the key. We get the gold, and we run. And if we can take care of the clunky thingamabobbers on the way out, one, there's less likely that anybody's even gonna hit that alarm if he's in the vault with you. They might not even know. I mean, there's those clunky things in the vault, so you do have to be prepped for that too.
Well,
Yeah.
But
maybe.
Miss
I believe
Miss
we not
Twyla-
confirmed that.
when you well, yeah, it's most likely. Why would there not be security in an armed vault, especially if just one little man or woman is going in there with people? They're gonna have other people, or they're at least gonna follow you in there as well.
Mhm.
But Miss Twyla, when you pop in and out, do
Mhm.
your weapons come with you?
I do believe so. Everything comes with me.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about like, oh, you popped out, now you ain't got nothing.
Yeah, because I'm still me and everything that's with me.
Okay,
And there is
But
no
that-
time limit
that
on
might
it, so
be-
we've got time within reason.
that might be one of our best options is to scope out a little bit.
And
find
while
out
not
where's where.
ideal, she's gonna turn into I'm gonna have her transform into like a really pretty fountain pen. And she can't technically move too much except to crawl. And the little subtext is usually by hopping or flopping across the ground in an undignified manner. So it's going to be the pen awkwardly like trying to roll and then hitting like the little actual clippy bit, going like
Wait, hold on, wait.
and then like keeps
Sorry.
rolling a little bit.
Hold
Above
up.
table, you can turn into a fountain pen?
She could turn into an object. It does not specify what.
We could sit there and just say, "Oh, we'll sign with our own." Like this is just me above table.
Oh, I thought
never
about it,
mind.
but they might be very insistent. If it's a nice pen, they might just be like, "Here, take that with you. Don't lose
Well,
that."
okay, let's continue. Sorry, my bad.
I'm just saying, because, like, if we put her in a safety deposit box and then leave, like she said, she's popping up in an already locked thing. How's she gonna get out?
Mm-hmm.
But if she goes in with only one or two of us, and then all of a sudden, oh, there's actually three of us in this vault at the very last moment. We go pow, 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 take out the people in the vault. Somebody else is on the outside, or again, two of us on the outside going pew, 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 getting you a fast route out, making sure that there's a way out of the vault into the back. We can clear the way. We just
if you want,
haul
I could
ass
take-
and leave.
I can always take the bag and then transform as well. So you can just scoop me up as the little thing, put me in your pocket, and you've got everything ready to go. Because, I might not be the fastest.
Well, I guess we probably should start with going and scoping the place out then, huh? Who do we believe would be best fit for scoping out a place?
I mean, we can change. We got
That's true.
these. We can be a couple different people.
That's
Yeah,
absolutely
should we
true.
need to.
And then
But
when
I'm
it's
just making
time,
sure. It
we
just
can
might be a
find
little
out.
weird if all four of us are around the same time. Different people or not. May look a little suspicious.
It's a bank.
people go in and out all the time.
That's true.
I mean,
I'm
we
just
could
saying.
also- two of us can go in as little kids too.
Why would
And
children
then
be in
it's
a
just
bank?
mom and dad. Mom and dad.
Why would
go
children
in.
be at a bank, Fisher?
I mean, why would you leave your kids at home?
Because they're working?
They got to work at the coal mines.
They crave the mines.
They're out there getting the black lung.
Oh no. Oh god.
I mean, I guess,
mean-
yeah, that could be an idea, you know? I mean, sure. You want to be a child?
Sure.
You do know that this just it doesn't. I mean, me and Twyla might be able to be kids, but like it ain't gonna change your height or nothing. You'd be a fucking massive child.
I grow fast. I'll be an orc child.
They're still little.
Okay,
That's
I mean,
true.
if you want to be like a gangly teen, maybe.
scratch that. No, let's not do that.
There we go.
I'm glad you've agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you know,
It's only
you
6
create
inches.
an illusion that causes the target to appear as another creature of the same body shape and with roughly similar height within 6 inches and weight within 50 pounds.
It's another one of those. He just has to double $100.
The disguise is technically good enough to hide their identity, but not to impersonate a specific individual. Spell changes their appearance and voice, but not mannerisms. You can change the appearance of its clothing and worn items, such as making its armor look like a dress. Held items are unaffected, and any worn item removed from the creature returns to its true appearance.
So, also, these, and I point to both pistols on either side of my hips, probably not allowed in without hiding them.
Yeah.
Because the moment you pull them off, they gonna look exactly like a pistol.
Gonna be a little obvious.
You can put it in the bag, right? And then when shit
Only
hits
one person's got a bag.
Well, we could just have you be the person that goes in after with Twyla.
He's got guns too.
I got 2 guns on my
We
hips
ain't-
here, Fisher.
We ain't just putting all the weapons in a bag and hoping that one person has
Everything
7
goes
arms.
well.
That's not how that works, Fisher. This is why you were in prison, isn't it?
I never claimed to be a smart man.
I mean, did you two know each other?
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah. Remember? They told
Oh.
us.
That's right.
It's
Yeah, he's the dumbass that got me called.
Is
Whoa,
he?
whoa, whoa.
You want to hear more
You were
about that?
like-
Go and join our Patreon so you can watch the prequel and find out how dumbass Green got fucking dumbass Blake arrested.
How did we get here?
I'm just saying, we can hide them very easily. If all of a sudden it looks like I'm wearing a pretty little dress, it's gonna hide. I'm just saying that, we need to keep them hidden until the moment we need to actually use them, because the moment we actually use them, they're gonna look like what they are.
Well, there's a great way to oh, wait a second.
I don't have those. I have nothing.
Yeah.
And she turns to the side and she's exactly the same.
We should get you a pocket of some kind there.
I mean, I could just, put them under my shirt, and then if it looks like I'm wearing a dress, they're gonna be
That's
under
true.
my clothes. It'll be fine. I'm just saying, for those of us who clearly don't understand what this does, what we need to do. But yeah, I think that, we could absolutely also, I kind of would like to at least wander the path it's going to take us to get to the sewer, so we know exactly where we're going.
Especially
not
if we have to
just
go through a scrapyard.
Roaming down alleyways for no reason and then just hitting dead ends and all that fun stuff. So,
Getting lost in the
if
scrapyard, possibly chased by
we
a
want to
beast.
split this
Operation.
this investigation to scope the bank, to scope the way out, kind of so that we know, preferably people who remember things. So, when we're running, we just run and go left, right, straight. So, we ain't gonna end up down, again, some back alleyway and cornered by 20 people with guns.
That would be quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, then at
And,
this point, I'd say we probably might need to split into teams of 2. What would be the best way of doing that?
I definitely want to be on the inside checking out the bank so that I can see possibly how big some of the things are within the vault, so I have an idea of what size of an object I can possibly be and where they might end up putting me. Like, if they
What?
have a section for just larger objects that's just open there, I could be a vaguely decent sized vase or something.
But you ain't gonna be in the vault until,
Later.
so you wouldn't know. I don't think it's a windowed vault.
Hmm.
We'd have to
I don't
figure
think
out a
it
way.
would be, but more so just asking about their security.
It's gonna be a little bit
So-
difficult to ask for their security, just random people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you're opening a new account or interested in it.
But wouldn't the idea be opening a new account to put you in the vault? How would we be able to scope out the vault while we're putting you in it? Because we're opening the account.
We're able
I'm
to
trying
be
to
a few
confuse
different people.
things.
Yeah, but we don't want to be too complicated either.
Mm-hmm.
If you go in, you're absolutely, no matter who you are, which is a great idea. I think you should scout the bank. Because one, you need to be able to see where it is you're going to end up being in the bank so that when you skedaddle out of there, you know where you're headed, finding the door.
Yeah.
That's going to be helpful. I also say whoever's going to be dropping you off probably should know as well. So again, you can skedaddle out of there pretty faster, but obviously be somebody a little bit different.
Real quick, before we commit to splitting the party, you guys live in Alkenstar. Can I get society checks from all of you? Yep. Like recall knowledge for society. Look at these rolls, and there's green.
Privately rolling dice.
I didn't mean
Damn
to.
it, Green. Damn it, Beth.
What do you mean, damn it, Beth? Beth rolled great.
Well, I don't know. They're all question marks to us.
Oh,
They're
to
I
you.
thought the whole thing was that
I
they were.
see
rolling
them all.
private.
I see them all. Yeah, just make sure that your globe is clicked on the bottom there.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
I got
it.
rather than the blind or self or private. So everybody except for Fisher. You all know of the scrapyards. You know quite a bit, actually. One, scrapyards are fairly navigatable. A group of goblins have kind of taken over that area in the last few years. They go by the name the Nail Gobblers. And they have basically carved a path through all of this scrap and garbage to kind of make it a little bit easier to navigate. And you guys could presume that you should be able to, if you're running, you should be able to just right in with a fairly clean path. You might run into some like encounters or stuff like that. You don't know that because you don't fully know what creatures are hovering around there outside of the goblins. And especially Piper with that 23 probably would not be the best choice to send two of you into that on your own.
Okay.
Because you start walking through there to
There's some
lowly people.
gobblies.
There might be things in there outside of the goblins that might fuck you up. But
That's so fair.
you do know probably from stories or like, here, because basically here's what I'll do to add to this. You can absolutely split the party, but rather than you going and investigating this yourself, you guys spend some time. Beth, I'm gonna say you're one of the people with that role of the 23 that you're gonna investigate. Piper's gonna investigate the scrapyards. You end up like going and talking to like the garbage men, the tinkerers, the people who actually work in that area, who give you a fairly good idea of what's there in regards to what to expect. There is a clean path, but there's also big old rust puddles. There are other creatures of some sort. There are the goblins. Hopefully you can make peace with the goblins and they're cool with you. They tend to be pretty cool with you. But
Would
there's
I know any of them from my multiple sentences in jail?
any of the goblins?
Yes.
No, the goblins don't get arrested.
Okay.
Yeah, the goblin
Okay.
the goblins so the goblins have basically kind of created their own little kingdom in here.
Okay.
They don't follow the rules of the city. So the city doesn't fuck with them, and they don't fuck with the city.
That's so fair. They live in the trash.
Yeah,
We just let them do
absolutely,
their thing.
absolutely.
Okay. Okay, but then yeah, I'll do that just to kind of see if I can get like without actually going through
Yeah.
a list of like maybes and possibilities of what we could run into, and maybe a haphazard way of like, yeah, there's a pretty clear path.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going through. Okay.
So what you guys want to do? The other ones, what do you want to do?
I definitely want to be one of the ones that goes into the bank with Twyla. Just need to best figure it out. Of course, one disguise can absolutely be, well, okay, hold on. Because we can only use the hats once a day. So that means that we'll only be able to switch once. I don't know.
So again,
we have it planned right.
One, you haven't done any investigation whatsoever, so you can't say that you don't have it planned right. You've not even looked at the bank yet. So let's be honest there. But you have like it's like 1 o'clock on this day. You have until 12 o'clock noon tomorrow to do this. So you can use the hat once today and then use it again tomorrow when you can use the hat once for planning and once for heisting.
Okay.
So one of the things that I definitely want to look at now, knowing that, if there are any humanoid guards around or any lawmen in general, how close they are to the bank, because we could also save one of those disguises for when we actually do the heist for someone to look like a lawman, so they look like they're, hindering us, but they're actually helping us out.
So you're saying basically we replace one of the men if there's any there at all. I mean, if that's the case, why don't we just replace the main manager if we're going to jump him?
I mean, that's going to be noticeable. You can't replace mannerisms.
You can't, you cannot completely impersonate another. The hat is not strong enough to completely copy another being.
Right.
Also, guards inside. We were told most likely there are klungers inside. So when you jump them, you're jumping more than the manager.
Yeah.
So you guys are doing a lot of overthinking. So how about I push you in a direction real quick and I tell you to go the fuck to the bank?
I mean, yeah.
I don't want to do that right now.
Because with all due respect, y'all are gonna sit here and talk yourselves in circles about possibilities and concepts and maybe what if, and you haven't even seen the bank. You know nothing about it. You don't know what it looks like aside from walking past because you've never done your banking here or anything like that. So how about we send the group? One, we'll send Twyla off to go and investigate some stuff. Because we did technically say we were going to split the party. So in this case, Fisher gets to go with Piper to investigate
I take one look at this unkept garbage man and go, you're gonna come with me and talk to garbage people.
So I was gonna I did forget to mention this, but I'm sorry, but like not completely unkempt. Because if you remember, when he gave his description, his beard was
Just the
unkempt,
beard.
but his hair is long and flowing,
Luscious.
as if he's in a
Luscious.
Pantene Pro V fucking commercial.
I don't have any beard oils. I can't afford them, but I can afford the soap that I just rub my
Yeah.
hair with, and it just
Yeah.
lathers it
you're
up. real
you're
nice.
washing your hair with soap.
He's got-
That's
he's got- he's
absolutely
got
all I
some-
can afford.
He's got some Garnier Fructis.
Vash leans over to Twyla. You know, I was wondering if he was born with it or for it.
Maybe it's his Aunt Mabel.
Maybe. Maybelline, yeah. I heard about her.
Okay. So we're gonna split the party briefly. Obviously I've already given you a lot of information regarding the scrap yards. I might give you some more. But for now we're going to send the other two off in the direction of the bank. So we're gonna swap this over real quick.
Swoopity swoo.
Let me change the scene real quick. We'll put that there. And then I'm going to put Piper down. Nope, not Piper. Sorry. Get out of here, Piper. I'm going to put
Sorry.
Twyla and Vashtez there. Please confirm that you can control your characters and stuff like that. You got control of that. There you
Yep.
go. Friendly reminder, if you because I don't remember if you were paying attention, but if you click and drag your character and then right click, you can do turns and stuff like that, and then right click again, and then yeah, so it'll do auto movement for you. Perfect.
Around
There
the
you go.
world.
Yeah. Okay. So, as far as actually approaching the bank, what is your plan here? What are the two of you like? How do you guys approach the bank?
I am
Non-suspiciously.
Okay.
okay. Just keeping an eye out for like how busy the area is,
picking.
immediately what's around it.
Stop picking your face.
I'm not. I just have my hand on my chin. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're moving your finger. I saw it. There's video evidence.
To pinch my jean.
Stop it. But no, what are you doing?
Keeping an eye on like how many people are milling about immediately around it. I definitely want to check like side alleys, anything like that.
Okay. How
Kind of
about
like do a lap around it before going in.
you both give me a either a perception check, a thievery check. I don't know what kind of lores you guys have, but maybe you have a lore that can be used in this situation.
I don't think Underworld can be.
No.
I'll use
I feel
thievery.
Like I had a lore, but it's not there.
Son of a bitch, there's no shot. Wow.
Oh
I'll use
Vash-
my best beat. The dice fuck me.
Vashtez is oblivious.
He's so nervous.
Yeah, he's overthinking. You know, you guys just spent an hour and a half just talking in circles about things. You actually get here, and you all of your predispositions in regards to what you thought this bank looked like immediately gone, because it's like, fuck, I was expecting a wooden building and this one's made of stone. Now what do I do? My whole plan is ruined. My whole
I
plan
thought
is
we were going
ruined.
to I thought we were
Can't
going to a
set this
bank.
on
Why
fire.
are we at a hospital right now? Hospital being here, man.
But as far
over here.
as far as
Oh, shit.
Twyla, you're gonna do a full circle? Full
Yeah.
circle of the building? Okay. So I'm gonna be nice. One, even with that critical failure, that natural one that we had over there, I'm gonna give Vashdez something, because Vashdez is just standing there on the street, hands on hip, looking around like a dad waiting for his wife to be done shopping in the mall because he's tired and he wants to go get some food. You'll notice that the bank is located on a fairly quiet street. It's in a quiet neighborhood where most of the buildings here are abandoned. So that might. No, I can't give you that with the natural one. You suck, so I can't give you that. So yeah, quiet street, lots of abandoned buildings is what Vash is going to notice. As far as Twyla, you are able to walk around. Let me see. Is there actually? Yeah. So you are able to kind of duck over this way. Let me switch screens real quick. You are able to kind of duck over this way. You'll see where my pings are on the map, I believe. And do a give me a stealth check if you would be so kind.
Only a 10.
Okay. So, you are in no way, shape, or form quiet as you're rustling through as you are rustling through the quiet the alley there. But you're able to go through, and you can notice that the back of the bank features an overgrown yard that might have at one point in time housed like a vegetable garden, but now it's just overgrown with weeds. There's an accumulation of dried leaves and all sorts of just trash, basically. There is a pathway back here that does lead to a door that is marked staff only. And then the other thing that you will notice is that there are these giant metal clockwork creatures, the handlers that are patrolling around. Why are we doing innate venom? Green.
3.
But you do see these guys walking around and occasionally walking into the bank itself.
Are they mostly staying to like the front of the bank? Like outside of the bank and then in?
They patrol the whole entire bank.
Okay.
They do. Did I give you? Yeah, I'll give it to you. You will also notice that they occasionally, as they are patrolling, they will walk around an area, stop for a moment, and you'll see that like their face shield kind of opens up, and you see a light emanates from them, kind of like a typical villain robot in a video game where it's like the spotlight comes
Scanning.
out and it scans an area, the thing closes, they walk to another location, they do the same thing. But yeah, all you. What do you guys want to do?
Um, I would like to. I don't know if it'd just be sleight of hand or like thievery in this case, to kind of like take a rock or something and kind of get it behind one of those dudes, because I just want to know how sensitive they are to things. Like, is it every little thing that they hear that the machine things are going to stop and turn and look at it? Or do they already know to like filter out basic shit?
So what are you trying
Because
to do?
I think she's trying to see if
basically
they
just
can.
like make a noise behind it by tossing a rock up against something to see how sensitive they
Oh,
are.
I'm like, you're gonna
I'm not
try and
throwing a
throw
rock
a
at
fucking
it.
rock at these things? What the fuck? Jesus Christ, Natasha, are you playing the green in this story? Holy shit!
And just like that, the party's in a fight, everybody.
Yeah.
Half
Two
the
of you are.
party.
Yeah, half the party.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a thievery check. Oh, no, sorry, give me a deception check.
13?
It doesn't seem to pay any mind to the rock throw.
All right.
Vash, what are you doing while she's off exploring?
Trying to figure out why we're at a hospital, man. We're supposed to go to a bank. Nah, I'm gonna. Okay. Just because I'm gonna be. No, I don't think that's gonna give us any information at all.
First thought, best thought.
Well, my first thought was walk by one of these things and act like I trip and kind of trip into it and fall down to see
Ooh.
how it would react.
Okay. That seems like a really good idea.
Yeah. See if it pays off.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to walk and act like I trip over my own feet and accidentally bump into one and fall on the ground. Kind of be like, oh, sorry, you know, kind of milk it, see like I'm a little injured or something.
See how it
reacts.
Move your character to whichever one that you're going to do that to. You're going to do that to that guy.
Oh dear gods. Yeah. Oh dear gods. I don't like that dot transfer. What does that mean, Jim?
What's that?
What's that green dot mean over my name now?
What's that?
Oh no.
Does
Oh yeah.
a 23 hit you? We obviously know it does because it says right there in chat that
Yeah.
he is hit by 6.
Yeah.
So yeah, you walk over and you you trip and fall into this guy. Why did you roll B's? Okay.
All right.
Second, I'm sorry. Yeah, you walk over, you try to fall into this guy. You stumble into him. This thing immediately thinks you're attacking it and is just going to bring a big giant metal fist and punch you right in the back of the head. While saying,
shit.
back away, back away.
As Twyla turns the corner, oh lord.
I like crawl away from it like, damn, all right, damn. I don't find out they absolutely think that you're hostile even when you're accidental. Shit. Hopefully this hospital can help with his concussion.
Maybe that's why it's right next door.
Oh, goodness.
Well, that experiment failed. I guess from there I'm gonna walk to the front door, kind of holding the back of my head. Actually, Vash is perfectly posed as to what he's doing. Holding his head and He's gonna give Twyla a look and a nod, like, "Are you ready to go inside?" Kind of deal.
She's just gonna like eye the buildings that are nearby. How close are the buildings nearby? I should say, like right next to it.
You can literally see if you would move your character. You can literally see how close buildings are in
Oh, that is a
regards
building,
to so
Mhm.
so right there is a like right here where I'm pinging.
Yeah.
That's like an overhang. So because it does lead to this alley back here. So you can walk
Okay.
under that. But no, we're talking like it's 5 feet away. There's a 5-foot alley between all of the buildings. As you get here, the stench of manure accentuates the aura of shabbiness in this part of Alkenstar. In accord with the rundown district, the gold tank reserve looms above like a starving behemoth. The bank was crafted from once gleaming stone, though dust and dirt now cake the domed glass roof. There's a pathway carved from a stone slab that leads from the wooden boardwalk to the stone steps and an elevated porch not unlike a small stage. 2 small wings of the building flank the path, each with a weed-choked planter facing the street. Impressions of giant keys etched onto the walls on either side of the entryway lend the building an air of security and stability. I'm going to move the other 2 here. It was a little easier for you guys to go and research the scrapyard. You got fairly lucky. You guys approach from down the street just in time to watch Vash get punched in the back of the head by this giant robot machine as he's on the ground.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Huh.
IRL reactions from Fisher there.
Oh no.